So I was watching a video today by Christopher's Comic Book Hut, and he made some good points, and it kind of got me thinking. One is that the comic book industry has a kind of monopoly. Yes, there are different comic book companies. They all run through one distribution channel, which is Diamond Distribution. But they're all monolithic. And it got me thinking, how is it that all of these incredibly creative minds, artists, writers, supposedly these are the best artists and writers we have for the medium. How is it that every single one of them has the same opinions, political or otherwise? It blows my mind. And I realize that that's how things are in, the movie industry. That's how things are in television, really all of entertainment, news media. And so you're left with sort of the nuance of thinking, yes, the conservative side, but really anybody that disagrees, anybody that's not progressive has become sort of relegated to the outskirts of culture. And so YouTube is a great place for the little guys. And I love that. But I really do think that Christopher makes a great point, and that is that consumers have to use their power to break up the monopoly. And so this isn't necessarily a monopoly in, one company, but there's only one way of thinking, and that really limits the kinds of stories that are going to be told in the medium. I strongly, strongly believe that words and pictures, comics, graphic novels, there's a lot more that could be done that's not being done now. There's a lot more creative energy out there, a lot more great ideas from people that just can't get published in the comic industry. And they're doing indie comics, and that's great. But I would love to see another publisher that has got the guts to stand up to this monolith, this wall of NPCs, the gray wall, you could call it. So I have some ideas. I think that things need to change a little bit. The internet has to be used more. Comics need to be less expensive, and there needs to be more volume. That's the way things used to be. There used to be much more volume. I realize that that's easier said than done. But how do you do that? You make good stories. I feel like Marvel in particular is trying to, use their comic publishing arm as more of a public relations campaign. They're trying to show that they're inclusive, that they love diversity. It's more about that than it is about telling good stories, growing the medium, growing audiences, telling new stories. It's more just supplementary to their, the massive film industry and television. So things have to change. I would love to start a publishing company. I'm in no position to do that right now, but I would like to talk to maybe some other YouTubers and sort of just bounce some ideas around there. So if you've got ideas for what needs to change in the comic industry, what would make it better? How can more people get into comics? How can it become, something that is mainstream, that lots of people are reading, not just social justice warriors? How do we change the comic industry? I want to hear what you think. And I am a new channel. It would really help me out if you subscribed. And I'd love to hear ideas for other videos I could make. So this was just a quick thought, and I will see you soon.